Nicolas, another big win tonight here in Cage Warriors. Copenhagen card coming up. Do you feel that win puts you in, I guess, contention for a title shot?
Absolutely. If I don't get a title shot in Copenhagen, it has to be due to injury or some other freak accident. For sure, I really want to fight for the title in Copenhagen. Last time I fought in Copenhagen for Cage Warriors, it was a title fight. I won the title. So let's do that again.
Got the job done in the third round. He came shooting in on your legs very quickly. Did you kind of expect anything different from him? And what do you kind of make of your own performance as well?
Well, we kind of knew that was an option for him against somebody like me, taking into account his skill set. Because, to be as objective as possible, I'm probably the better striker. So we knew that was a possibility, but I didn't expect him to shoot in that fast, perhaps.
And how frustrating was that first round for you?
It wasn't particularly frustrating. I knew I lost the round when the round was over, but I got a pretty good sense of his power, his movement. So I knew it wasn't the best start, but I didn't feel like I was getting super overpowered or that I got run over.
Alex Lahore had a pretty incredible win tonight over Tim Barnett. He was also calling for a title shot. Why do you think you deserve a shot over Lahore, and what are your thoughts on him as a potential matchup?
I think I deserve the title shot because I'm the better fighter. I am the Cage Warriors welterweight champion. I just need to go and fight the guy who has the belt, my belt. And that's the reason.
We spoke before this about how much this fight meant to Phil Mulpeter going into it. Did you feel that kind of desire out of him in the fight? It was fairly back and forth, epic fight as far as all the fans are concerned at home.
I definitely felt that he was game for the fight, and I saw that in his eyes at the weigh-in. I can't say how much it meant to him or not, but he was definitely game for the fight. He kept putting the pressure on, as he always does. Did an excellent fight. I have so much respect for Mulpeter. I really like the guy, so in a way it was, I just didn't want to fight him, if you know what I mean. He's such a nice guy. I want him to do well as well. Those were the circumstances, and we went in there and we left it all in the cage, and I think we're going to have a beer or two at the hotel afterwards.
Ross Houston is here tonight. By any chance have you crossed paths? Have you got to say face to face what you've said to the world in the cage?
I think he came up to me after when I walked out the cage and with a big smile, "You don't want a piece of this, but sure I want." I saw his last fight and it was good, but I know I'm better.
You told me you feel like you're in a good vintage here for Nicolas Dalby. You think it's the best form of your life. Do you feel like you justified that with the performance tonight?
I might not be in the best technical place I've ever been in, but mentally I'm light years ahead of what I've ever been before. And the last couple of fights I've been feeling this calmness before I walk out to the fights. I always felt tense and kind of like tensed up, but the last couple of fights I've found this not inner peace. That sounds very yoga-ish, but there's just this calmness that comes over me just before I enter the cage.
This was your first fight as a father. I mean, fighters talk about fighting differently, fighting emotionally when they become a parent. Did you have any kind of different experiences?
I did think, just a flash of a moment before I had to walk in, I was doing this for my daughter. But it's hard to pick apart if the way I feel now is because I've become a father or because I'm just in a better place mentally. Maybe those things are together, or maybe just happen separately. And anyway, I just feel good, in a good place right now, and I'm happy to have my daughter, of course, who was here as well. If you saw her cage side with her mummy, that was quite incredible.
And
how do you kind of reflect on 2018? You kind of started off with that loss, but ever since then you got engaged, you had a child, 2 wins. You look back on it fondly.
Was that really a loss though? No, I'm kidding. yeah, that was a bit of a bummer, and it kind of made me dip down a bit in my mental health. But I came back and just found that passion for the sport again, the passion for training, the passion for fighting especially. I feel so loose and just comfortable in the cage now, in a way that I've never felt before.
And what is the goal now? What are you trying to achieve?
Welterweight title and then UFC.
Brilliant, thanks Nick.